Hello, Savage and Sixers. It is currently 8:26 p.m. So I have a little bit of a confession to make. It was the last day that James and Lisa and Natalie and Paul Gillespie and James are actually doing this challenge. It was the last day that they were going to be here today, so I didn't get my workout in today. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be joining you guys in on this challenge, and I'm going to be doing a lot of the exercises. I'm going to be filming some of the exercises too, and I'm going to be posting a lot more. So I just wanted to make sure that they came out and we had a good time, and we've done that. So it's been an awesome experience having them down here. It's been a really, really good time. Some really, really good people, and I'm sad to see. I'm sad to see them all go tomorrow. So I went down to the beach and just had a little kind of goodbye dinner and hung out and spent some time. But I wanted to make sure I posted a video today. I want to talk to you guys about a few different things today. Nothing as complicated as yesterday, but just address a few issues and a couple of things that were brought up that are kind of commonalities amongst everybody. So, the first thing that I want to say to you guys is that ultimately, what you're doing right now, dogs are at it again. What you're doing right now is a challenge, right? And I know like a lot of guys kind of like walked into this and were like gung ho, like I'm gonna crush this and it's and I'm ready to go and like I love that and I love like how passionate you guys are and how dedicated you guys are. But I just want to be real with you guys and I want to set like a reasonable expectation, right? The people who do this challenge and who put their heart and souls into it uh, can go. I mean, I've had guys who have lost 25 pounds in a challenge, right? Guys who want to lose a little bit of weight, 10 pounds is pretty common. That's a pretty common goal. And I've had guys completely reformulate their physique in 6 weeks. 6 weeks with pure dedication, nailing absolutely everything, you can do some really, really impressive things. And the beautiful thing about having me as a coach is that I am there to guide you every step of the way. So you can reach out to me with things that you're having issues with, and we can always find solutions, right? You can do some big things in 6 weeks. James has done some big things in 6 weeks. A lot of the guys who have done this challenge have done big things in 6 weeks. But I just want to be honest with you guys for a second, and I want to be real with you guys because I don't want to sit here and set some sort of insane expectation that um, that you're going to nail every single day. I guess what I'm trying to say to you guys is I need you to be kind to yourselves, and I need you guys to realize that you're going to have growing pains stepping into this challenge. Some guys are going to have growing pains with their diets. Some guys are going to have growing pains with the intensity of the workouts. I'm not going to lie to you guys; these workouts are not easy. They are not easy. This is a 6 week intensive program to really test yourself and test your mental. The dogs. All right. Anyway, it's a six. Ah, it's a 6 week challenge where it's really designed to test your metal. But at the same time, if you go into this head first and you guys hit walls, whether that be the intensity of the workout or whether that be with the meal plan, I need you guys to realize that not every day is going to be your best day. And kind of like I stated in the previous video, you know what I mean? You can do your best. You can do your best. And your best is going to be good some days. Your best is going to be awesome. You're going to walk into the gym. You're going to nail your diet program. You're going to get your water consumption in. Everything's going to be beautiful. You're going to cruise through it. You're going to destroy your workout. You're going to feel good about yourself. And you're going to walk out of the gym like a king. You're going to sleep like a baby. But some days, you're not going to nail everything. And particularly in the start. I just really want you guys to be kind to yourselves, right? You want to do it to the best of your ability, but if everything doesn't go smoothly and if everything's not perfect in the first week, don't beat yourself up about it, and don't think that it's you guys. Don't think that you're not doing it properly, right? For a lot of people, not all people, but for a lot of people, it's a pretty drastic lifestyle change. And I want it to be sustainable for you, but I also want it to be fun for you guys. I want you guys to enjoy the process. So I guess what I'm trying to say to you is at the end of the day, be kind to yourself, right? There's going to be stumbles, there's going to be steps. The way to the top isn't a straight line. You know what I mean? When you watch any chart, it's not a okay, I'm there, right? It's kind of an up and a down and an up and a down and up and a down. Nobody, not even the guys who have absolutely destroyed these challenges, have nailed every single aspect of it. So the key to all this is just doing your best with whatever you have available at the time, the tools that you have available at the time. And as long as you can go to the bed at the end of the day and you can say, hey man, I did my best. Like some days life happens. Some days you're going to be caught for time. Some days you're not going to get your workout in. You know, some days you're gonna be scrambling with your meal plan, and that's all built into this. That's all built into the challenge. But I just want to say that the last thing that I want to see is anybody kind of get frustrated or nervous or say like this isn't for me or whatever else. I really legitimately care about your progress. It's important to me that you guys do well. It's important to me that you guys enjoy the process because I can grind you guys. I can grind you guys and I can put a ton of pressure on you and half of you guys are going to get turned off, and maybe half of you guys are even going to nail everything perfectly. But at the end of this challenge, if I've just been grinding and you've just been grinding and you've been beating yourself up for every little mistake that you make, it's not going to be sustainable. The challenge is about more than just going out and destroying your 6 weeks and getting in great shape. You know, that's a part of it. But it's also about implementing small changes along the way to be able to make a change to the bigger picture. So when you walk out of here, you're armed with the knowledge and the skills to be able to continue this journey. You picked up a ton of good knowledge, you picked up some really good exercises, and of course I'm hoping that you destroy this challenge, that you come back and you do some more. But more than just like do the workouts, nail the meal plan. It's an opportunity to learn, it's an opportunity to grow, and it's an opportunity to push yourself. But don't put so much pressure on yourself that this becomes not fun, right? It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be a challenge and it's meant to be interesting. So I wanted to start off just by saying that primarily. Now, the second thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is this. A lot of people have said, hey, Matt, and it's not just one or two, it's quite a few people. I don't have X cardio equipment at my house, or I don't have X cardio equipment at my gym. So I just want to talk to you guys about cardio really, really quickly. Now, you guys have all heard the expression, cardio is cardio, right? And ain't that the truth, right? I think a lot of guys really, really enjoy the weights. There's fewer guys who really, really enjoy doing the cardio. And if I'm sitting here and if you absolutely hate the step mill or the stair climber or you hate rowing or you hate whatever, and I say, well, it's my way or the highway, you better get on that thing and you better row yourself, you know, then how sustainable is that? How much fun is that? It's not fun. So the weight aspect, I do want you guys to stick to the plan as much as possible because they're good workouts. I'll be jumping in there with you guys tomorrow. I'll be filming some exercises. I'll be posting that kind of thing. But cardio is just one of those things where to really get good results from cardio, you got to enjoy the kind of cardio that you do. So if I've told you that you have to, let's just hypothetically say, you have to row for 15 minutes and then you have to run for 15 minutes. And maybe you hate running. Maybe you hate running. But the truth of the matter is that you row for 15 minutes. And if you have an activity, for me, it's jujitsu. For some other guys, it's jujitsu. I love to hit the bag. I love kickboxing. Whatever it might be, as long as you're doing the same amount of work in the cardio of your choice to the cardio that I prescribed for you guys in your plan, as long as you're getting the same caloric output, I'm going to be honest with you, the cardio that you do doesn't matter. I just say that you do the cardio that you love to do. Because if you're forced to do cardio that you don't care about, your heart's not going to be into it, and you're not going to get the same results. So just put that in perspective for a second. If you're going to be doing, let's just say, you're going to be running on a treadmill, and you don't like to do that, but you have, pick up hockey with the boys, where you're out there, you're supposed to run for half an hour, but you're going to play hockey with the boys, and you're going to go hard for half an hour, and you think that it's a relative close cardio burn to what I've kind of prescribed for you, or it's more so, then do that. You got to do what makes your heart happy. You got to do what you enjoy, right? Some of you guys are cyclists, and if you're going out for a 10K bike ride in lieu of running or in lieu of rowing, then I highly recommend you do that. If you guys have, it's okay. If you guys have something that you love to do, whether it's, it doesn't really matter to me. As long as the caloric burn is the same, as long as you're getting it in, I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to enjoy this process. So the cardio aspect of things is something that I'm a little bit looser on, just because I want you to love what you do. I want you to love the experience. And on top of the weights, you got to find some cardio that makes you passionate, and you got to find some cardio that you love, or else you're not going to stick with it, right? So I wanted to put that out there for you guys as well. Today I'm going to share a really, really simple, quick tip with you. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to grab a couple of things here just to explain myself. This. So this is something I'm doing right now. I do recommend that every day you drink, reasonably speaking, 5 to 6 liters of water a day. If you do have an external activity where you're sweating like a maniac, I would go as high as 6 to 8 liters. I don't recommend going over 8 liters, and here's why. If you go over top of 8 liters, you can cause an incredible load on top of your kidneys, which can actually lead to some detrimental effects. You can actually drink too much water, and a lot of people don't know that. But it's such a delicate balance because if you drink too little water, your body isn't going to function optimally. So some people are used to drinking water, and they say, Matt, like I can't drink 6 liters of water a day, or 4 liters of water a day, or 5 liters of water a day. But the truth of the matter is that you can. And here's how I recommend that you do it. For me, sometimes I want a glass of cold water, right? But sometimes I want something that's a little bit sweeter. The number one issue in the North American diet is that we drink a ton of juice, and we drink a ton of pop, and we drink a ton of things that are absolutely laden with sugar. We're going to talk about sugar and inflammation and why we try to avoid sugar. What we're kind of finding, and I'll post things to support this, is that fats. Everybody used to say fats. You can't eat fats. Fats will kill you. They're going to clog your arteries. They're going to destroy you. They're going to they're going to tear you apart. Fats are the killer. And then it became carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the killer. Carbohydrates are bad. And the truth of the matter is that fats, saturated fats, even when brought into the diet, are not necessarily bad for you if you have a healthy diet and a healthy balance. Complex carbohydrates and fibrous carbohydrates that are brought in your diet aren't necessarily bad for you if you have a good diet, right? What they're finding is that complex carbohydrates break down slower. I'm going to post a video about complex versus simple carbohydrates. The most simple carbohydrate of all is sugar. Sugar converts to glucose, and it spikes your insulin levels, and it's readily stored inside of your liver. So you want to try to avoid sugar at all costs. We'll talk about inflammation, and we'll get into, fats aren't the killer, carbs aren't the killer, sugar, simple sugar. And simple sugar is a carbohydrate, but complex carbohydrates are actually good for your body. But anyway, I digress. The number one thing that I was trying to tell you guys is this is something that I use. First of all, get yourself a water bottle. I know it sounds funny, but we get these little blender bottles. They're always around. We always have them filled up, and that's what we use to consume our water. Senya has one. I have one. Mine's full of water at all times, and it's always full of a couple of things, actually. I'm going to talk to you about a couple of ways that you can actually increase your water intake without making it seem painless. Number one, find yourself a dedicated water jug. I'm going to show you something that I use myself. Now, the truth of the matter is that it's a really, really good way to make your water a little bit more enjoyable, and it's a really, really simple fix. So number one is get yourself one of these. Number two, and I know this sounds insane, but it really, really is effective. Number two is get yourself some ice, right? Ice can take your water game from medium to 100 in a second. We have a lot of ice, particularly before you go to the gym. Before you go to the gym, fill up your water shaker with ice, and you'll be amazed at how much water you'll drink, how much fresher it'll seem, and how much more enjoyable your whole water experience is going to be when you're at the gym. Get some ice. Always have ice kicking around the house, whether you want to buy it in bags, whether you want to leave it made inside of there. Another little trick that I do is I take a lime or a lemon, and I don't take a big slice, right? The truth of the matter is that lime juice, lemon juice do have some calories in them, so I don't tend to take a big slice, but I slice out a little piece of a lime, and I take my water and I take my ice, I fill it up to here, and just a little slice of a lime, I squeeze it into my water jug, and then I take this. This is stevia. You can use sweetener. I don't recommend sweetener because it does increase inflammation in your body. But stevia, it's a plant-based sugar. It doesn't spike your insulin, and it's actually been shown to have positive effects on your insulin levels. So honestly, one little package of this inside of here, fill it with ice, slice off a little piece of lemon, slice off a little piece of lime, pour it in there, give it a good shake, and you've got some ice cold limeade or ice cold lemonade. Now, if you want to and you want it a little bit sweeter, you can put in more than one package of stevia. For me, I just like a hint inside of my water, so usually one package of this, a little squeeze, I fill up my water bottle, and it just makes it a lot more pleasurable to drink. Why do we have to drink so much water? Excuse me. Why? So unprofessional. Water is really important for a couple of reasons. Number one is hydration. You know, as we spoke about yesterday, your body is over 70% water, vital organs as high as 80, 90% water, particularly your brain. When you begin getting dehydrated, fatigue can actually set in. So you want to keep yourself awake, you want to keep yourself vibrant, you want to keep yourself moving, keep yourself hydrated. You got to keep drinking water. With fat loss in particular, water is extremely important. And water is extremely important because water actually flushes metabolic waste out of your system, into your urine, and out of your body. What's a prime example of metabolic waste? Fat cells that have been broken down. So in order to get the best out of your system, to get the best out of your body, make sure that you're constantly drinking water. Another thing that water is really, really important for in your system is moving nutrients around, shuttling nutrients around. You have all these veins, you have all these capillaries and different things that where you're transporting vitamins and hormones all around your body. In order for your body to work efficiently, in order for your body to be able to transport, to be able to fuel your workouts, to be able to give you energy, you need to keep hydrated. That's another key issue as well. Hydration is absolutely key. 9 times out of 10, when somebody isn't experiencing an adequate fat loss, the number one question that I'm going to ask them is, how much water are you drinking? And 9 times out of 10, that water is pretty limited. So I want to leave you guys just with a couple of things tonight. I'm not going to cloud your brains too much. I'm going to do a video here in the next couple of days, and I'm actually going to teach you how to make intelligent substitutions using MyFitnessPal. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to do it on my computer. I'm going to show you exactly how I made your meal plan. I'm going to talk a little bit about simple versus complex carbohydrates and carbohydrate choices. But I'm actually going to give you the tools to be able to make intelligent substitutions to your meal plan. So if you're working with something and you're not really enjoying it, or you want to switch up, I'm going to show you exactly what I do and how I do it. I'm going to give you all the secrets. So day 2, guys, I'm going to be in the gym bright and early tomorrow morning, nailing these workouts. I'm really pleased to have everybody on. If you have any questions, guys, I really want to encourage you to post them in the group, because it's I know as men we're not so inclined to reach out and say, hey, I'm having an issue. But the truth of the matter is that if you're having an issue, there's probably somebody else who's thinking the same thing. There are no stupid questions here, and there are no questions that I will not answer. I've got a ton of videos that I'm going to make over the next 6 weeks. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit later on about the check-in process. I'm actually going to be trying something new for the check-ins and for my responses for the check-ins. I'm kind of using you guys as a sounding board for a bunch of new ways of doing things that we will institute with the women first. So I'll ask for your feedback on that and how everything's going. But I just wanted to say, guys, day 2 in the books. If you have any problems, reach out to me. There's nothing that we can't solve. And be kind to yourself. You're not going to nail every day. I promise you, you're not going to nail every day. And you're going to try, and you're going to give it your best effort. And every day is not going to go perfectly smoothly. So just be kind to yourselves, guys, right? We want to build habits, and we want to build a future. And we can't do that if you're constantly beating the crap out of yourself because something isn't working the first time. Always solutions. I'm always here for you. You guys have an awesome night, and I will be posting some videos tomorrow. And keep the questions coming. I love the group. I love the mentality. It's a pleasure to work with you guys, and I will see you in the AM. Have a great night, and have a good sleep, guys. Bye.